Welcome, everybody. This is J.W. Reed with National LiveScan Association, and this is the 45th live streaming session for LiveScan.Cafe. I'm here on behalf of the National LiveScan Association. I want to thank you guys for joining us right now. We were scheduled to be on yesterday there, but there was a holiday weekend. We had some things going on, and I have a story to share with you guys later on about my experience with my family, my recent visit with my family up in Sacramento, California, and my experience with my brand new nephews and nieces out there I haven't seen in quite some time. But more about that later. All right. In this session here, we're going to talk about seven things, essential things you should have when you fingerprint. We're not going to talk about mobile fingerprint. We're just talking about basic items you should have with you when you fingerprint, especially from working from a home office or working from a physical office. Just 7 things you should think about having with you all the time. All right, let's get started. Before I get started, of course, we got the Big J cup for folks out there. I missed this cup. This weekend, they had my Big J cup. I had to improvise with the Big Red cup. Now, for those folks who know about the Big Red cup, you better ask somebody. More about that later, though. Man, more about that later. All right, number 1. One of the things you should have at your office is called Corn Huskers Lotion. Now, I have a little display to share with you folks, but I think you ran away here. So I'm going to go online and see can I find it for us here and bring it up for sure what it looks like. Now, we get this lotion from Amazon. It could come from Walmart, kinds of pharmacy. Where we could find it at, I suggest you buy like 3 or 4 of those bottles at a time, minimum, because sometimes they do run out. Let me see, can I Google this store real fast here, what you guys should look at when it comes to Corn Huskers Lotion. Corn Huskers Lotion. All right, here's a nice picture here. And this is going to be a Target. That's not it. Go back. That is surely not Corn Huskers Lotion. Give me one more second here. Let's cheat. Do this eBay. 21. Oh, they don't. Okay, I'm bringing it up anyway. You guys should be aware of this here and what's going on. Oh, they took it off the screen there. What I'm noticing right now, and I will find a picture for you folks to show you what I mean by Corn Huskers Lotion. Let's go to images here. Sometime they're easy to get online through Amazon, but lately they're kind of hard to find. And versus paying maybe like $4 or $5 per bottle, I see some bottles online right now over $80 just for one bottle of Corn Huskers Lotion, and that's wild. It's crazy. So let me share the screen with you folks right now. What we're talking about for Corn Huskers Lotion here. Let me share the screen so you can see exactly what I mean. The number 1 tool you should have regarding fingerprinting. Share screen, talking out loud here. Click on the tab here. Where did it go? Voila, there it is. Now, you should see this on everybody's screen out there who's watching the show. I don't recommend you spending $60 for a bottle of lotion, not Corn Huskers Lotion. Typically about $4, $5, $6, $7 per bottle, but $60 for a bottle of Corn Huskers Lotion is crazy. But we do recommend you use Corn Huskers Lotion when you fingerprint. We just recommend you see them on the regular price, $5, $6 out there. Get yourself a couple of those bottles and just stack up. They last a very long time. They don't really dry out at all. They can last for quite some time, months and months at a time there. Before I do anything else, I want to go ahead and change this branding in the background there. All right, it looks lit. We'll make it to there. I like that better. Okay, so this is me by Corn Huskers Lotion. This is the number 1 item we recommend you should have, some type of lotion when you fingerprint people. It's good for ink card fingerprinting when you help prep the hands. The hands are very dry. It's also good for live scan fingerprinting when you have a little bit of moisture on the hands. Have massage it back and forth from 15 to 30 seconds till it's slightly sticky, slightly tight on your fingertips, and then roll across the screen. But it's a very good tool to have when you fingerprint ink cards and or for live scan fingerprinting. All right, then let's go back over here. Let's see what we have right here. All right. How we doing there? Long time no see. I got some things to share with you later on, though, there. So welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, let's go back to banners here. That's one of my besties there, folks. All right, then. Number 2. This is very important, too. And let me remove this from the screen there. Ability to take immediate payments. And let me clarify this. Sometimes they come to you and they prepay for services. Or there might be a mobile fingerprinting service. You go to the location and they paid you ahead of time for the service. But when you get there, there might be some changes, additional services requested, and then you need to get paid for those additional services. What do? Do you send them an invoice that I'll bill you later? Or do you just hope and pray they're going to send you a check in the mail? Or if you bill them later on, are you waiting for them to pay that invoice? Sometimes things slip through the cracks, things do happen, but sometimes people just avoid you. And that's going to happen. So we recommend if you have any additional services, try to get paid on the spot. Now, if you have a long-term client, a client you truly trust and know, that's something completely different. However, in most cases, we do recommend you try to get paid upfront immediately. So what I mean by get paid, abilitate payments immediately, you have a Square. It's a free service. They charge you for transactional fees. There's no monthly fees with that, unless you have some type of add-ons. You have PayPal. Use some type of service you're able to get paid on the spot where you could plug in some type of swipe or some type of device you could take with you or have at the office to collect the payments. Try to avoid getting your money later on, especially for mobile fingerprinting. Try to avoid getting your money later on. You go to a restaurant, hey, I'm going to eat your food and I promise to come back next week and pay you for it. That's not going to happen. Not at all. Gas. Hey, I'm going to fill up my gas tank right now. I'm going to go out of town. I'm going to come back and pay you. I promise you I'll be right back with the check in my hand. That's not going to happen. Same thing with us. Try to get paid upfront for your services. If anything happens, come the worst scenario, and say it's a live scan, you collect all these fingerprints, supposed to be like maybe 3 people there. All of a sudden, there's 30 people there, which is good for you. Don't transmit the fingerprints until you get paid. There's some people say you have to transmit once the transaction is complete. Well, as far as I'm concerned, transaction complete when you got your money. We had a while ago, this is a true story. We had the mobile services. Myself, another technician named Maribel, went off site to some park. Lucky for us, we know how to pack for mobile services. We get there, we're fingerprinting outside on 2 LiveScan devices on some big oak tree. Very hard to do. There's no power to connect them right next door to it. Look at myself, I brought myself 50-foot cable. I did my homework ahead of time. I see where we were going. And I said, no, I better bring a long cord just in case they stick us outside. Even though they got buildings over there, they might stick us outside. And that's what they did. Different story with that one there. Anyway, we did at least 30 to 40 people. And they gave us a credit card on the spot. We tried to swipe it. It didn't go through, but they promised to pay us quickly as possible. So when they gave us a different credit card, an authorization form, we're about to transmit. Good, they give us a better credit card, brand new company. They got money. And we're about to transmit. One person said, hey, wait a minute. Let's make sure this credit card goes through also. We ran the credit card up first, decline. Did it again, decline. Use the third time, we didn't do it because it locked out the card. But you know what? We want that money. We're running it the third time, decline. We called them up and shared with them that the fingerprints are still in the system. We can't keep the system forever. Our system delete the prints within 3 business days. Maybe they misunderstood us, but they probably heard 3 business days. And then it came by, they was give us a certified check. They went ahead, they came by on day 4 with the check to the front desk without asking to speak to one of the technicians. And we had to make sure that check went through, because if that check debit card didn't go through, what makes you think that check from that checking account, the same account that check card came through, is going to clear this time also? So we took it to the bank, make sure the funds are available in the bank, and then we had to wait 7 days to make sure that check went through. Once that payment transaction was completed, we went ahead and completed our transmissions with the fingerprints. But we did not transmit nothing until we made sure we got our money. Had we transmitted those fingerprints out and the check bounced, we still have to pay the government their fees. So going back to step number 2, ability to take payments immediately. They might give you a credit card authorization form. You may call the office you can and verify and make sure your credit card goes through. Don't transmit anything out until you get paid. Well, what is in-car fingerprinting? Get paid something. Get some type of proof of payment. Get the signature on the form, on the credit card authorization form, where the case may be. You might have to give them their fingerprint, something add-on, but make sure you trust the customer. But try to take a credit card payment on site. Or if it's a check, you better go right down that street next to their location where they're at and make sure the check goes through and cash the check on the spot. What we got to do, just make sure you folks get paid. That's all I'm trying to say out there. And that's very important. That's number 2. All right, enough of that one there. Number 3, baby wipes and alcohol wipes. A lot of our technicians was requiring this service to make sure their hands were clean and disinfected prior to touching hands and fingerprinting them. With this travesty going on right now across the world with COVID-19, it's a must. It is a must. It is a must. It's best practice for a lot of state agencies out there to allow individuals to fingerprinting. It is a must. Please, please, please make sure the client's hands or the applicant's hands are clean and disinfected with alcohol wipes before you even fingerprint them. Here, good examples. Amazon, a box of 16 or 18, not sure what it is. We buy like a box at a time. Very good price. We get these all the time through Amazon. Those are baby wipes. Alcohol wipes. Excuse me. This is about, shows 80 wipes here, 75% alcohol, which is good. And we use these here also. Now, about a month or 2 ago, we were able to get these like 43 cents per package if you bought more than 30. I think that was from Staples. I'm not sure. If it's still out there, we recommend you should get that too. It's a very good deal versus paying a couple of bucks. It's a lot better paying 43 cents. All right. Very important. Now, when you give these to the applicants, don't let them put their fingers in your bag. You hand it to them and you share it with them and make sure you explain this to them very carefully. Mr. and Mrs. Applicant, this is for both your hands. Please wipe down your hands thoroughly, especially your fingertips and thumbs. And when you're finished, you go ahead and put it in the trash can right over there. Tell them that. Not put it on the back of your table or next to your car, on your machine. Have them throw it away in the trash can right next to you. All right? And if you don't have a trash can, it's not added to the list here, you better get you a couple of trash cans, all right, with some plastic liners. And treat the stuff inside the trash can in there like hazmat. All right, number 4, portable Wi-Fi device. Now, I'm working from my office. We got connections here all the time. Why do we need Wi-Fi devices? What if the power goes out and you're fingerprinting at your home, at your office? You still can see everything. Your laptop should be fully charged. Hint, always keep your laptops fully charged. But sometime there might be an add-on to your services. They're all of a sudden now the internet's messing up. You cannot connect to the internet, what case may be, but you still make sure you get your money up front. Like we mentioned earlier in step number 2 or item number 2, ability to take payments immediately. This is through Square. We purchase here is a portable Wi-Fi connected. Get yourself one of those wireless hubs from your phone carrier, whatever the case may be. And it's also good to have. So just in case your computer system's down or the network's down, whatever the case may be, because right now a lot of things are happening. But just to make sure you have some type of connection, or you may have to transmit, or you may have to log online to show the applicant proof that the prints were sent in. And there's no connectivity there. So for peace of mind with your customers, also with yourself, get yourself a Wi-Fi device. And they look, I got a whole bunch of goodies today. All right, hold on for a second though. I get this going. Like I said, I missed this Big J Cup this weekend. You gotta try to figure what's in JW's box of goodies. Oh man, you gotta take that training course and find out. All right. Wi-Fi device. We got this here from Verizon. It's upside down. My bad. From Verizon. We pay a monthly fee for this one here. All of our technicians have a separate Wi-Fi device for them, especially for mobile services. But it's good to have. This one connects up to maybe 15 devices. There's a very strong bandwidth. You don't have to go through Verizon, but we do recommend get yourself a Wi-Fi device. That's your own. You don't want to transmit nothing through the public internet, especially when it comes to fingerprinting or live scan transmissions. So as the backup, always have yourself a Wi-Fi device thing by your side for mobile fingerprinting and at the office. No ifs, ands, or buts. In case you wish you had it. It's going to happen. But it's very important that you have it. If you guys like what you hear so far during this replay or the live session right now, let us know. Leave your comments below in the comment section, and give us your thoughts about what you're seeing right now or some suggestions for next time. I'm trying to sound like one of those YouTubers that does a lot of that stuff, but pretty much, if you guys like what you hear here, let me know. That way we can tell more information, share more information with you to keep everybody happy. Just keep it real and share your thoughts with us there. I like that better. All right, let's jump over here to number 5, Postmortem Spoon. This comes to play for ink card fingerprinting. What it is this device right here. You guys see it here. And I said postmortem for a reason, but it's also good for those folks who are alive and kicking. Pretty much we use this here in conjunction with some retabs to capture people's fingerprints and apply them on the ink card. So if you guys do ink card fingerprinting, you don't have one of these here, get you one. There's different types out there, and the training program we have for ink card fingerprinting certification will go in detail the different types out there and where we recommend to get these from. But get yourself this right here called Postmortem Spoon. You can use in conjunction with retabs. All right. And that's designed for those hands where they can't extend the fingers sometime and you need to capture fingerprints in the ink card. You can use the spoon along with the retabs to capture fingerprints and apply that particular sticker to the particular square on the ink card. All right. Called Postmortem Spoon. So if you don't have it, get one. Please, please, please. Finally, things you should bring with you when you fingerprint is a smile. Now, here's the story. Last week, somebody called us on the phone trying to schedule an appointment, and they weren't too polite at all. Heck, they were rude, extremely rude. But they came from one of our clients, VIP clients, who sent people to us on a regular basis for LiveScan. So we made arrangements to bring her in on the day that was completely booked anyway, just to squeeze her in. And she shows up late, a good half hour late. But she tells receptionist she's here on time to get fingerprinted. And we know that's not true. They would say that sometime just to get squeezed in, but it's not going to happen. So when we went out there, we told people like another 15-minute wait because we can't wait for folks if they're not going to be here and don't tell us. We keep moving on to keep fingerprinting. She was mad about that, so she had to wait. Then she argues with us because she had to register online, and we asked for her name information like that, and why we could ask for her name again on her LiveScan form. It is whether she was very combative, but we kept smiling, and I worked with her myself. And then we fingerprinted her, and sometimes it happens when you fingerprint somebody and they got poor quality prints. She'd been in the medical field for quite some time. Her fingerprints ran away, but I kept smiling, and the machine kept beeping. It kept on beeping. So I told her the truth. There's a chance your fingerprints might get rejected. Why? Because your fingerprints ran away, and here's the reason why. You wash your hands 100 times a minute. You're in the medical field, and sometimes patterns do wear down. You understand that. You're in the medical field, right? But I didn't argue with her. To make a long story short, I showed her her prints and the reason why they were showing all these reds across the screen, and that there's a slight chance, or there's a chance you might have to come back. Can you fingerprint me again? No, we're not. Let's go to the system first, let's go to the process first and see what happens. You may or may not come back. But we kept smiling. I didn't confront her. I just kept smiling and talked to her like a person who gives me respect, even though I didn't get it. But when she left it, she apologized, smiling, saying thank you. And she explained the reason why she had a bad day, and she was just venting. It was fine. So always come meet your customers with a smile. It's very, very, very important. They're extremely important. Very important. Hey, that's right, TJ. Bring that smile. Bring that smile out there. Go ahead, TJ. Yeah, she's jealous. She's trying to get a JW look. You know, good luck with that. This is J-Dub. This is J-Dub. Don't be hating. All right, then. And thank you out there. Appreciate that, Ms. Mitchell. Appreciate that. All right, now I got some things to share with you folks for a bonus. Write this down here. I'm not going to add it to the screen there. Just write this down, please. Get you some stamps, office stamps, something like this here, where we have a date stamp, which is used for some time on paperwork for ink cards, or a lot of times for LiveScan forms. And we have an address stamp, which has an address here. I'm not sure if you can see that well or not. They're going to get a different camera pretty soon anyway. But premise is a small stamp we use for ink card fingerprinting sometimes because there's certain forms we need to be stamped of the technician fingerprint the applicant or on LiveScan forms. But get you some small stamps. It's good to have. It's very good to have. And if you're doing live scans, get you a mouse. All right, this is just stuff people don't think about, but it's very important to think about. Another thing for live scan, have yourself a backup USB cord. It might be a fingerprint pad on mobile service or on site at your office. And also, your cord might start getting old, might wear out. You might think it's a live scan device or the scanner. It might be a laptop, but really sometimes you have power issues coming through your cord, where light might be on your live scan device, but the power cord is not giving full power. So always get yourself like a backup USB cord, stick it someplace where you're going to have it, and you won't forget about it. And finally here, especially for those with mobile fingerprinting, I'm not going to tell you what's in here, but this is something you should have with you, tucked away someplace at your office or mobile fingerprinting. Well, I'm going to tell you what's in here. Pens, backup stamps. Let's see here. Dental floss. All right, where the case may be, just have something there. Oh, this is also very important here too. Stuff you need in the office, and this, from a 3-prong to a 2-prong, special mobile services. And I got a whole kit right here I can share with you folks here. And for those who took the mobile fingerprinting program, you already know it's in the kit. But this is just one of our kits we use for mobile fingerprinting or at the office as the backup. We keep all our backup supplies in here, just in case you can't find that whiteout or your lotion. We have some of that stuff already in the kit with this as a backup, besides a regular storage cabinet or case may be, or a separate kit you use mobile fingerprinting. Just keep something there tucked away someplace as the last resort. You need to have that. You really, really do. All right, then let's go through these notes here again. All right, I'm just reading everything, folks, here. All right, now, I want to thank you folks for listening here. I could go on and on and on, but what you have, well, this is 7 basic things you should have when you fingerprint. There is, how should I put it? There's a lot more out there for those with the mobile fingerprinting course. You have your checklist already, like a 3 or 4 page checklist out that you have for mobile fingerprinting. But there's things you should always have put in place when you do fingerprinting. Certain things you always have available. And in closing, I'm going to share one thing with you. And this is very important. We perhaps might do a session of this later on. It's a program. What I mean by that is where you will be able to have a program put in place so when a person comes to your office, a routine. First thing you do when a customer comes to your office, what's the first thing you should be doing? What's the second thing you should be doing? While a customer is doing this, what should you be doing? Should you have that routine pretty much in black and white to engage the customer as soon as they come in and continue the engagement when they will leave your office? So that's another thing you should have added to a list right here regarding things you should have when you fingerprint. One of those there is procedures put in place or engagement process with your customer. I like the phrase engagement process with your customers. It's very, very important to do that. If you don't do that there, you will lose your customers. You will lose the referrals. All right. Leave those comments below. My name is JW. I am the coolest technician around. And next week, I have a surprise for you, ladies and gentlemen out there, how we can do things here. But everything looks pretty good. If you got any questions, share them with us here. In the meantime, 4 things I'm going to share with you in closing. Be safe, have fun, get in trouble, but don't get caught. Take care, everybody. Bye for now. One thing I'm going to tell you guys, the story about my visit to see my nephews and nieces. I tell you what, I'll bring my red cup next week and tell you more about the details. But I had to, man, boy, I love them, but man. Till you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.